There's two quick messages that I'd like to send to Washington and convey to them. One is, I'm sure, something that you've heard a lot, which is, as a longtime independent, I am just sick and tired of the lack of compromise and mediation that goes on. It's just power broking between both parties, and I would really appreciate and like to see, which would help all of our businesses move along, decision making that is based upon some level of mediation. Now, if that means a combination of, yep, let's tax the rich, but also let's create formula immigration and welfare reform, great, but let's do it both. And not just do one or the other, talk about everything and do nothing. The other quick point I want to make, which I hope can be conveyed, is it's time for America to be daring again. It's time for America to take some risk-taking again, and I'd like to give you a quick example of that. It regards what a lot of people would like to convey as the marijuana legalization effort. I'm not going to talk as much about that as I am hemp economization. Canada is currently killing us by having a very comprehensive billion-dollar industry regarding hemp economization. To some extent, it would mean having to loosen some of the federal guidelines on how marijuana is currently perceived and legislated and authorized in this country. But more importantly, it's the risk-taking and the daring that this nation was founded on to look at some critical and certainly controversial issues like that and find a way to economically utilize them and leverage them in a way that Canada is doing right now. Why do we have to compete with Canada on that level? We should be doing stuff like that ourselves and taking the chances necessary and the controls necessary within the taxation and legalization and regulation effort to make sure that we can bring about positive change. Let's do it. We've done it in the past and made daring decisions. Let's make daring decisions again. That's just one good example of a daring decision.